Because public spaces rarely invite us to pause and take siesta, my art intervenes to challenge how we rest and connect with our environment in public trust. Inspired by Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor's care for community, and by the pre-Socratic philosopher Parmenides' reflection on Orphic presence, I invite audiences to reimagine rest and siesta as a profound shared act. Your soaking in it is more than a daybed, cliné, platform stage, park bench, or jukebox. It's an evolving social experiment I've been developing since 2018. Each installation creates a chance for strangers to pause and engage with the unfamiliar comfort of public rest and repose. By weaving together philosophy, law, and art, music, I'm raising new questions about space, presence, and our universal need for rest, and what connects us as living entities. Here are my brief application videos to the Bronx Council on the Arts from 2023 to 2024, outlining the evolution of the project. Hello, my name is SuRan Song, and I'm a biracial Korean and Greek Bronx-based mid-career multimedia performing artist and songwriter. I would like to utilize the concept development grant to create a new score. The work is conceived as a public audio collage that's recorded, performed by the public, for the public, and an open edition of pop-up park pavilions that I would also build. The audio collage I'm conceiving is recorded by the public for the public as a community bank of voice memos that recount large and small acts of kindness, from making room on the sidewalk or resisting road rage, or deciding not to judge one another, to calling your mother. The impact of this grant would enable me to develop a synthesis of my prior work of building portable stages and delivering them into community, and also writing songs based in community participation. The tentative title that I've been working with for the score is You're Soaking in It, an audio collage arranged by chance and by love. It's inspired by early Dada performance artists, as well as artists like Laurie Anderson and the Talking Heads. The grant would give me the chance to research and metabolize the best strategies for gathering public input and public accounts of kindness to incorporate into the verses to create an open-ended song cycle. With my band, I toured the country extensively, making 3 loops around the country, and I've released 4 full-length studio albums. My music has charted on the College Music Journal charts. I have made over 1,000 site-specific performance installations across the U.S. And I've performed live on the air at radio stations across America, from WBAI and WFMU to KQED, KPFA, and KEXP. Since 2012, I've honed my skills in project management, independent research, and community organizing in public artist residencies and exhibitions with the Laundromat Project, Art in Odd Places, Chishama Windows Project, and the Queen's Art Intervention. The grant would enable me time and headspace to research and develop a toolkit for making the audio collage with the public, and also a series of good test sites for the soft openings of the project. I want to draw a new song cycle of community-based music for live performance by providing a double-function, pop-up public pavilion that will serve as both the main instrument to compose the verses and inspire the choruses of the songs, and also convert into a live performance platform stage for their performance back to the public. The score I'm conceiving is about capturing acts of kindness from the public sitting at the pavilion's blue bench. The accounts to be made into song are acts of kindness done by the public for the public that recount large and small acts of kindness, from making room on the sidewalk, resisting road rage, deciding not to judge one another, to calling your mother. The Concept Development Grant will enable me to score your soaking in it for performances to happen in 3 ways. 1. Participants are invited to perform monologues of kindness on the public blue bench and record them as voice memos for a performance collage. They also listen to the kindness accounts of fellow participants. 2. The pavilion features a freestanding video and sound installation with multiple channels. 3. As night falls, my pavilion transforms into a stage for a projection-based participatory installation featuring multidisciplinary performances. The pavilion has a crucial role in creating my proposed score. The public's recorded acts of kindness will be collected at the pavilion's blue bench. In return, this bench will be transformed into a stage platform for their live performance. There are 4 key elements to my proposed score's concept development: a communication campaign, voice memo recording with the public, structuring the song cycle with event grouping, and considering the location of the pavilion when writing the verses and the choruses. This grant would enable me to synthesize my prior work of building portable stages, delivering them to the community, and writing songs based on community participation. I have extensive experience creating interactive structures that are both precise and sturdy. I have honed my craft to build portable stages, platforms, and pedestals that are functional and visually stunning. In a wilderness deep, our true hearts roam, dreams of my child. In a world unknown, climbing ladders high, reaching for the sky, with whispers of lives that once passed by. Faces of the leaves, their tails intertwined, a dance through the ages where non-selves aligned, stepping over sleep in this liminal space, carried through time in a gentle embrace. Ooh, cuckoo. Thoughts of my baby in dreams so bright, floating through worlds lost in the light. What all these visions, where do they lead? Is she living lives, planting every seed? I couldn't tether it to anything, like sunlight breaking through a dream. My mother whispered of the past, an umbilical cord, a lifeline seam.
My dream is to live in peace, to frolic with freedom, freedom with no fear, freedom without a care.
Estar contigo mismo, en la tranquilidad y la paz de un bosque, es una oportunidad de mirar hacia adentro. Rara vez tenemos tanta suerte.
Speaking with kindness, thinking with kindness, loving kindness, and compassion for all beings, even if you do not agree with their views and the way they live their life.
I'm here with my daughter, and my intention is just to relax, be in the stillness and peace with her.
Building upon my singing Rust Belt assemblages and my 2025 Wave Hill outdoor sculpture, You're Soaking in It, which invited public siestas, I'm now creating a companion installation focused on action-based art research. This new installation, the twin to the one from Wave Hill, all white, will explore the crossroads of dreams, laws, and collaborative creation. It will inspire songs, videos, and site-specific projections shaped by participant dreams and ancient Greek texts, reimagined through art. At Wave Hill, many shared their dreams and reveries through the sculpture's QR code. Here are a few that were transformed into a live noontime performance artwork. I conceived, wrote, directed, edited, and produced these works, staying true to my creative vision throughout. I composed all the lyrics and music, providing the foundation and direction for every piece. While collaborators bring their talents, the artistic blueprint and creative synthesis are entirely my own.
SuRan is the visionary behind this project. While I contributed in studio and on stage, the core concepts and ideas and decisions belong to her. My role is support. SuRan is the leader, inventive, joyful, and generous. And I'm grateful to be part of the journey.
Hitboy, Tai Metherusin, Hassan Tepiflumos, Hekanoi, Tampone Te Mes Hodon, Beson, Polufemon, Agusai.
Value the breath.
Value the breath. Be content with the breath. Great American elm, you're soaking in it.
Have metta for the breath.
Have loving kindness for the breath. Be generous with the breath.
Majestic copper beach. Trees, we breathe. No dreaming, no beginning. New dreaming, new beginning. Drivers wait patiently while geese cross the road. Necessity.
No dreaming. No beginning. New dreaming. New beginning. Commuters gather around. Confused tourists decoding subway maps.
Helping hold the door for a mom with 2 kids.
Helping hold
The door
for a mom.
with 2 kids. Justice.
Protected a houseless man sleeping on a bench. Quotations from Bronx-born Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor's dissenting opinion. The case of the city of Grants Pass, Oregon, June 28, 2024. Quote, sleep is a biological necessity, not a crime. For some people, sleeping outside is their only option. The city of Grants Pass jails and fines those people for sleeping anywhere in public at any time, including their own cars. If they use as little as a blanket to keep warm or a rolled up t-shirt as a pillow, they are arrested. For people with no access to shelter, that punishes them for being homeless. That is unconscionable and unconstitutional. Punishing people for their status is cruel and unusual under the 8th Amendment. Homelessness is a reality for far too many Americans. On any given night, 500,000 people across the country lack a fixed, regular, and adequate nighttime residence. Many do not have access to shelters and are left to sleep in cars, sidewalks, parks, and other public places. They experience homelessness due to complex and interconnected issues, including crippling debt, stagnant wages, domestic and sexual abuse, physical and psychiatric disabilities, and rising housing costs coupled with declining affordable housing options. At the same time, states and cities face immense challenges in responding to homelessness. To address these challenges and provide for public health and safety, local governments need wide latitude, including to regulate when, where, and how homeless people sleep in public. The decision of the court did leave cities free to punish littering, public urination or defecation, obstruction of roadways, possession or distribution of illicit substances, harassment, or violence. The only question for the court today is whether the Constitution permits punishing homeless people with no access to shelter for sleeping in public with as little as a blanket to keep warm. Next are the opening 10 lines of the poem of Parmenides on nature. Parmenides, an epic poet and lawmaker, is credited with discovering Western rationalism through his poetry. He is credited with discovering the Western scientific method through revelational poetry. This text will be recited first in ancient Greek using the pronunciation system devised by Erasmus, followed by an English summary by Professor Robert Thurman. Pipboy, time Methurusin, Hassan Tepithumos, Hikanor, Tampone Te, Mes Hodon, Beson, Polufemon, Agusai, Daimonos, Te Kata Pantas, Te Fere, E Dotofota, Te Ferome, Te God, Me Poluta, Story, Feron, Hipoi, Harmatikai, Nusai, Kurai, Dodone, Gomenoan, Axon den Pioi Mason, Hie Surimbos Aten, I Tomonos, Tui Ospar, Epigato Dino, Toisin, Kuklos, On Totoroton, Puske Sper Placto Tempen, Eliadas Kuras, Toluyupsai, Domata, Lupos, Espaos, Osamenai Katon, Avo, Kersi Kaluptas. Understanding Parmenides, Professor Robert Thurman's perspective. There's no such thing as nothing. Who found the existence of nothing and presented it, earning a Nobel Prize for it? Having a scientific basis to say that someone will be nothing just because their heart stopped or their brain flatlining. Who got the Nobel Prize for that? Nobody will ever discover nothing because nothing isn't there. There's no there, and nobody can go there because it isn't a place. Yet, often, some people look around trying to remember who did. A mathematician who examined zero? Nope. Nobody has ever gotten the Nobel for discovering nothing. Even common sense tells us that. So every something becomes something else. Some people now understand this, and they explain it with the second law of thermodynamics. Energy is never destroyed. It can spread out into entropy, but it can't be destroyed as long as something is already there. But the mind and the energy of a person, some people disagree that they're there. So they dismiss them and call them nothing. However, they have no data or evidence to support this claim. And that's an important point. People who think that they are going to be nothing someday, they should be a little worried. People who think that other beings will be nothing someday, they should be worried. And people who think that other beings will be nothing someday, and therefore are nothing now, they should be really worried. Nobody can be thrown out. Nothing can be thrown out.
Hope this helps. Dream that I was in my old neighborhood and um, my mom was in our old apartment building, not in the same childhood apartment, but a different apartment. And she was on a ventilator, and all I heard was her slow breathing and the beeps of her machine.
Rest is essential. All should be allowed safety and comfort to rest from the day-to-day wearings and weatherings that life brings to help us process our experiences and wake up renewed for the day to come.
Hippoi tai neferusin hasan tepithumos hekanoi Pempon epemes hodon beson poluphemon agusai Daimonos he katapantas te there he datafota Te pheromen te me polufrostoi pheron hippoi Hippoi tai neferusin hasan tepithumos hekanoi Pempon epe meshodon beson poluphemon agusai Daimonos he katapantas te there e dotafota Te garo men te gar me polufrostoi pheron hippoi Hippoi tai neferusin hasan tepithumos hekanoi Pempon epemes hodon beson poluphemon agusai Daimonos he katapantas te there he datafota Te pheromen te gar me polufrostoi pheron hippoi Thank you for taking the time to listen and consider your soaking in it. I'm thrilled for what comes next and eager to keep exploring, building, and inviting participants to contribute their dreams together in public to make music and art that finds common denominators.